Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards. Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Let's go.
No, you guys.
Happy birthday to you.
You guys are
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bray.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. It's our brother there, man. Our leader.
I appreciate you
How about
guys.
that? That's some
Yeah.
fat. By the way, that was not harmony.
I was
sorry.
gonna say
Harmony.
I had to throw a few
you down a
runs in
little
there,
bit.
bro.
You, I need you up a little bit. You take a little bit back.
What you should have said is, you need to be quiet, okay? And let Kool-Aid and Cam and Brendan take over.
I would
That's
never
fine.
say that, man. Look, I appreciate you guys. I'm a firm believer that people deserve to be celebrating their birthdays. I enjoy doing the celebrating of other people's, but you know, I told my mom, I told my girl, I told my grandma, I will allow people to show love to me a little bit more. So, gentlemen, to you, I say thank you, and I appreciate sharing the show with you guys. You know, Monday through Friday. I appreciate the conversations, and I just appreciate you as individuals, as well as co-workers.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate
glad
you
to be
guys.
part of it.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Your boy's getting older, man. 43.
That's just a number.
Just wiser.
You're absolutely
Just wiser.
1983. You know, February 21st. Star. a legend, whatever you want to
1983.
call it.
Big
I got
year.
some stuff about 1983.
year.
Hold on, man. Before we get into, because we know why we're here. Like I guarantee you, Shep is over there sweating, excitement to talk about what was last night. Kool-Aid, I can feel him in the booth right now,
Radiating.
getting ready to talk about
Boy,
everything
that
that
watch
he has
party
been
was
talking
amped
about.
last night.
He's been talking about this since May.
He walked in. Let's put it this way.
May.
Kool-Aid walked in with a limp today.
A little to the left side.
little third leg situation, if you will. All right, here we go. All right, let me back on the rails. 1983, Shep.
Baltimore Orioles. I'm sorry.
Well, you know that. No, that's here. Okay, since you want. I'm there.
Okay.
Since you want to go there, you name the first one of the four. Who are the other three who won championships 1983? You got the Orioles of the MLB. Mm-hmm. Who would be the NHL?
1983 would be the.
I went to Michigan the same time as his son, and when I say he hit a game-winning goal for this team in Game 7.
In Game 7, you went to Michigan with his son.
He played in Michigan. His first name was Eric. His last name started with an N.
Well, that was the run of the Islanders, right?
Hey.
When the Islanders won 4 in a row.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir. Nystrom.
Oh, Eric Nystrom, you went to school
Eric
with.
Nystrom.
Really good dude.
Really good golfer. Really great
Was he?
dude.
Okay.
100%. So, Eric Nystrom. So, you
Okay.
got two.
Okay.
You got the Islanders. You got the Orioles.
Mhm.
Who won in the NFL the year that Braylon Edwards was born?
Did you just go third person on?
I did. Well, I'm having some fun with it. Yeah,
Kool-Aid likes it.
I'm going to say
Fair.
I'm 1983.
Yep.
I'm going to say San Francisco.
Ooh.
Am I wrong?
You got the right conference. It would be. Let me see. I give you another shot. They no longer have this name.
They no longer
They no longer have the name that they won under in 1983.
be.
I'm going to say the Washington Redskins.
And I'm gonna say you're correct. Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Nice.
There we
Nice.
go.
Okay.
So now you got football, you
Good
got
job,
hockey,
man. Good job. Well done.
and baseball.
Okay. Basketball's easy.
Especially
It's Dr. J and the Sixers.
there it is.
Yeah.
100%.
They beat the Lakers. I think they swept them.
They
I
did.
think. I don't know. But
Skins, Sixers, Islanders, Orioles. All right.
that was Moses Malone fo.
That is. That. Look at you. 1,000. I knew
Who's a
Shep
very,
would
by the
come
way,
to play.
very underrated. Moses
Okay.
Malone, one of the greatest rebounders of all time. Sorry.
Music. What was the number one song in 1983? I'll give you a hint. it's tough to give a hint because this individual is such an individual. Let me see if you can guess before I give you a hint.
Okay.
1983.
Wait, I'm not the only one playing this.
No,
I'm not
everyone's
real good
playing.
I heard. I can't.
Oh,
play
that's
'cause I
right.
heard-
You did hear it. You did hear it. Kool-Aid. This song comes off this individual's second album, and this individual also was a part of a group at one point.
Is it Michael Jackson?
Shep's got it.
Okay, so you got the artist.
Okay.
I see the.
Now you have to get the song.
That helped, though. He was part of a
Right.
group, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Soon after Back in Black, which was 1980.
so the song. I'll give you another hint since we now
Billie
know.
Jean.
It's not my.
You got
100%.
Is that off Thriller?
It is.
Okay.
It is off through. You see why it's hard to give like hints for this guy
For
and that.
sure.
So, but yeah, I was gonna give you the hint. In 1983, Michael Jackson. He did the moonwalk for the first time, and it was to Billie Jean. All right, movie wise, what's the number one movie in 1983? And welcome into the chat. We appreciate you guys for joining us.
I don't know all of these, but I think it's one of the more. I think is it the original Star Wars? It's a Star Wars movie.
Shep's doing his thing right now. You're right.
Okay.
It's not the OG.
All right.
It's number.
I have no
It's
idea.
number two. It's
number two, okay.
It's Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Which was number 2 when they came up back then, but
Right. I
now
can get
we
partial
know it's
credit.
number 5.
All right, I'll give
Oh, yeah.
partial credit.
Oh, yeah. We get,
Well, you get more than partial credit.
right.
Because I don't watch Star Wars, so but I know.
If you got Star Wars, that's enough.
Okay.
Return
All
of the Jedi, which would be the second one for the series coming out back then.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
the third
else?
one.
What else you got for us?
And then let me see. I got a couple more. This
Gallon
isn't a
of
question.
gas.
The toy of the era was the Cabbage Patch Kid. That's why I said I just throw that one out there. I had to make you guess that one.
Those were really ugly.
Yeah, they were. It was like a
Really
big
ugly.
head with lettuce.
Yeah, I don't understand what
It's like
people
this
liked about
cabbage.
those.
I never was a part of that phase. Also, in 1983, He-Man and G.I. Joe came out, so I never had
Like
time to
G.I.
pay attention
Oh.
to Cabbage Patch
All
Kid.
right, all right,
1,000%.
all right.
Tech, the big tech boom. Microsoft Word 1.0
Really?
was released in 1983.
That's good.
1.0, Microsoft.
That is really good.
Also, it says, and first mobile phones.
really?
In 1983, brick style became commercially available for up to $4,000.
Wow.
Back then, you have the whole situation. Gallon of gas, 1983, $1.16.
Yep.
Loaf of bread, 54 cents.
Wow.
Dozen eggs, 89 cents. Movie ticket, $3.15. Average monthly rent. What would you guess?
Monthly rent for an apartment?
Yeah, sure. I got. It might be. Yeah,
Yeah, I would guess somewhere in the neighborhood of $100.
a little higher.
A little higher?
A little higher.
200?
One more.
250.
300, 335.
Okay.
335. New car was $8,500, and a first class stamp was 20 cents. Disney Channel lost for the first time, and then the Space Shuttle Challenger took its very first voyage, and then we know what happened in 1984 or 1986.
There was also TV history that year, and that is that.
MASH
Right. I think it was it the last episode or the last season?
last season.
I guess both. It would be
Yeah.
the same, right? So, if you've never seen MASH, the TV show, not the movie, the movie's with Donald
It was a
Sutherland.
debut. It was a finale. You said it right.
It was the finale.
It's the finale.
Okay,
season.
yeah. So it was a great show. It really was, and it lasted forever, seemingly.
Until to put that in the mag for you guys, until
Somebody's getting fined.
got to go bleed. Until Friends, it was the number one season finale watched of all time.
Oh, was it? Oh, Friends passed that, huh?
Yeah, Friends passed that, and yeah,
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Did
But
not know
anyway,
that. Well, good, man.
1983.
That's a good little history lesson.
100%, man.
Yeah, I remember vividly the '83 NBA Finals because I love Dr. J, man. And
Yeah, the documentary's out right now too. It's like perfect timing.
is there a documentary about Dr. J?
Well, he's part of the documentary, The Soul Man, the Soul Power, the
Oh.
ABA doc that we've talked about.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
executive producer.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Class individual.
Yeah.
Classy. So you got a little gift there from your lovely girlfriend who's just top notch, man.
Got
Top
some
notch.
cookies in here, and I'll offer them to you guys, man. We'll get it going, get it rocking and rolling. I'm a oatmeal raisin guy myself, so I'll steal those for myself. But other than that, man, I'm ready to rock and roll. Last night was a hell of a night, and
God.
I don't want to stall the fan base. My birthday is not till tomorrow, so let's give them what they want, and that is the Detroit Pistons versus the New York Knicks. Well, did the Knicks even show up?
They did. They thought they were getting cute when they got to within 2 until Karl Anthony Towns did something just egregious, and then Detroit shoved it back in their face thanks to a Duncan Robinson 3 in the right wing, and then everything from there. There's so many different ways to look at this, and I love that they just went in there and kicked their ass. There's nothing better than watching the TV cameras show their so-called celebrities and all those celebrities needing Kleenex.
It was so sad.
It's so awesome, Like I just the only thing I wish is
a lot of those celebrities left early too. By the way,
did they?
A lot of those celebrities left early.
They got to beat the traffic. Got to beat the traffic.
They
I would have loved to have sat courtside and walked up to Spike Lee. How do you like them apples? Okay.
Shout out to Goodwill Hunting.
It's Look, I said this last night on Twitter, and I get a little. Probably overly defensive, overly sensitive when it comes to our town at times. But I said, hey, note to the Knicks cheerleaders, and that's the national media. And I tweeted enough in capitals. I said, Cade Cunningham's better than anyone on the Knicks, and he is.
I guess we fired up.
The Pistons own you by 38, 31, 15. You told us the Knicks weren't afraid of Detroit. That's what everybody on ESPN kept saying, okay? Maybe not. But the Pistons sure aren't intimidated either. That's another Motor City ass-kicking. And when a friend of this city, who I think I respect his basketball knowledge a great deal. I do. I think, I've had a chance to cover the Pistons for a long, long time in my career. And one of the guys who covered the Pistons here he and I used to talk quite a bit about basketball, and I love that. But I said, look, I respect your opinion, but and his tweet was, maybe it's now you better start taking Cade Cunningham seriously about MVP. And my tweet was, look, it doesn't take a win on national TV at Madison Square Garden against an overrated Knicks team for people who follow the sport and know how good a player is to recognize he's MVP legitimate. I don't care about the betting odds. If you watch objectively, you know that he's one of the best players in the world, and you know he's the MVP of the league. It doesn't take a win over New York and 42 points and another double-double, his 28th of the year, for us to recognize that.
Not us, but I'd say the national media. They wanted to see. It's the same things that we talked about yesterday. They wanted to see, are the Pistons equipped to handle what's coming? And that's the distractions, and that's the love, and that's the spacing, and that's being projected. And now you guys in the prime time. Now everybody's watching. Now you're going to get everybody's best from All-Star end until the playoffs start. You're getting everybody's best, and it's going to go up. What does that look like? You guys don't have your one of your All-Star players, one of your better defensive players, if you will, an identity of Beef Stew. What does that look like going into Madison Square Garden? That Knicks team wasn't that. That Knicks environment wasn't that. But that's what the story around the Knicks is. It's you got to go to MSG. You got to put on the show. You got to be like LeBron in 09. You got to be like Jordan in 95, blah, blah, blah. Cade didn't go there with that intention, but Cade went there with that intention. And he put on. So if it took them this long, kudos to them. We knew what it was. Mm-hmm. And last night was that win, Shep. You asked, what will it do for you? It will show you that this team is equipped to handle what comes with being one of the premier teams in sports right now, man. So shout! I think they delivered. I'm gonna let you roll on because I know you're excited. I know you saw it from because I got something that I want to say, but right now it's about Cade and love. And you've been telling us since last May, and now I see Shep's joined the bandwagon a little bit. Shout out to Shep with the MVP. But you've been telling us since May what Cade is, what he brings out of people, what JB Bickerstaff has in that leader. And last night, 42, 13, and 8, you saw it.
I'm so glad you mentioned future coach of the year, JB Bickerstaff. I don't know who else this year that they can even possibly give it to. I stand on that just
I can't think of anybody.
Just as solidly as Shep was standing on business for Cade on this MVP. And you know what? This Pistons team has continued to answer the different calls from the beginning of the season. For a lot of the people and the observers who have seen this team be kind of down and have these little peaks, this Pistons team has continued to answer the call. They've continued to get better. And now you're looking at, since December, this being the overall best team defensively, overall in all of the league, and I believe the number 2 or number 3 net rating team in all the NBA. And that's just awesome. That's a huge testament to J.B. Bickerstaff, but also the leadership on this team.
Agreed.
I thought that maybe they need to go get another scorer. I thought maybe they had to go and get some other type of vets, but these young guys have proven to be enough. And you see how much Tobias Harris has paid dividends in terms of his value to this team. Whether he's scoring good or not, this team has a total package right now from defense to offense, and all their players, no matter their skill set, they are all going 100%. I don't know what J.B. Bickerstaff has done to be able to strike this within these guys, but I love when a good mix comes together like this. It just reminds me of that old 4 Pistons team where everything just seemed to come together the right way.
I want to get some love real quick, and then we'll get back to Cade. You know, I'll say something about Cade, or actually I'll let Shep go. We'll say something about Cade, because what he did last night, he's really showing you, nah, I'm him. And I'm not talking about him in the East. I'm not talking about him in the American players. I'm not talking about him. I don't want to hear. Him is him. Nothing behind it. Now, with that said, you talked about the players on the team. Talked about some of those young players. Let's send some love in a different direction. Since Trajan Langdon has been here, he drafted Ron Holland. Nobody liked the draft at the time. Said nothing about it. It was this guy. I don't know what the Pistons can do.
I'll claim that one.
Kool-Aid, you and Shep are different. You view it differently. Ron Holland drafted Tim Hardaway, brought in through a trade, got rid of Quentin Grimes. How'd that work out last season in terms of identity, having that veteran? You know, don't worry, I'll help you out. It worked well. You talked about Tobias Harris. Picked up Tobias Harris. A lot of people here in Detroit who had seen what Tobias Harris had maybe become in their eyes. He's not. He's a lesser version of himself. He's a lesser version of himself. He doesn't play defense. And in the playoffs, you can't depend on him. Boy, were you wrong about that one. Malik Beasley last year picked him up as a free agent. How'd that work out to the tune of getting you to the playoffs and having some help in the playoffs? Paul Reed. Nobody.
Thank you.
When we picked up Paul Reed in 2024, I'm included. This is me included. Was there any mention when Paul Reed was picked up? Was there any conversation?
No,
was there anything like he can be a player? Oh, 100%. Nobody's saying anything about Paul Reed.
He's a starter in this league.
1,000%. 2-way contract for Dennis Jenkins. Was anything made about that? Was this going to be the player that can really? Nothing was made about that. Javonte Green. Blurp.
Right.
A blurb on the radar. Dennis Schroeder last year, we know how that worked out as it relates to the playoffs, as it relates to the pursuit of the playoffs and the road against the New York Knicks last year. Duncan Robinson as well as Karis LeVert.
Duncan Robinson's been really good.
100%. And the reason I bring him up because I'm the one that said to crack the most jokes before the season started. All of these acquisitions from 2024 to 2026, if you include the moves he made before the All-Star game, happened by Trajan Langdon.
Yes.
Give this man some credit. When you put up 16 yesterday in front offices, that's absurd.
It is.
That is absolutely absurd when you look at all the contributions of the players that I just named who people don't know their name. What he said at the All-Star game about Paul Reed. Is that Cade's bodyguard?
Yeah.
Is that Cade's security? No, he's the one that dropped 18 and 5 yesterday in the absence of Beef Stew and Jalen Duren.
On 7 of 9 shooting. That's efficient.
That team is soft, and the NBA is soft, and it's only a couple teams that aren't, and the Pistons are the number 1 team that are not. That team didn't want to play Carl Anthony Towns. It's supposed to be your 7-foot answer offensively. We know he doesn't play defense, but on offense, at least you can be a physical version of yourself. On defense, don't you know Tobias Harris posted him up? Don't you know on offense, Tobias Harris guarded Karl Anthony Towns, who's the difference maker for the Knicks?
They don't want the smoke.
They don't want the smoke.
Right.
And what I realized yesterday is I don't think anybody does.
So here's we asked this question. What are we going to learn tonight that maybe we didn't already know? And here's what we know. That it doesn't matter who's in or out for this team. They have been successful no matter what. That this team is not only great defensively, and yes, I use the word great because I don't always use that word, but their superstar is so much better defensively than people recognize. Yeah. Their superstar has a 3-level scoring. He's not prolific from 3, but you better not leave him alone. He can post up anybody in the game who's guarding him, and is there anybody better than a decadent drive guy than Cade Cunningham with his creativity? The other thing is, when you bring up Trajan Langdon, it's not just the moves that he made, it's the moves that he didn't make. And while so many
That's fair.
people were saying,
Hell yeah.
I would trade Tobias Harris and XX for fill in the blank. We talked about it on this show. Trajan Langston said, no need.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris brings something to this team that we don't always see because we're looking at box scores. We're thinking we know what we see on the floor, and he adds the X factor element. And Trajan Langdon resisted temptation that everybody else would have taken to say, my team, go ahead and fill in the blank, is good. And they're better than good. They are excellent. Now, I know what the Knicks said afterwards. They all said the same thing. Hey, the postseason's different. Okay, we believe that. We understand that. You have to say that because you just got your ass kicked at home by a team without two of its better players,
All-star,
two
by
of
the
its
way.
top 7 players, a guy who's going to be at the Olympic team, many people feel like, in 2 years.
Fair.
They ran you out of the gym.
On your home floor. And you know what, Shep? You know what I really loved about this? When you talk about the playoff component of it, this was the evolution of Cade that I saw last night, right? None of his pick and roll partners were out there. Not Stu,
Right.
not Duren. So what did Cade do? Mid-range Cade was back.
Yeah.
The last time we saw that was his rookie year when he really didn't have a pick and roll component either. So to see him be able to do that effectively and pick it apart, to me, and do it that aggressively.
Yeah.
When they tried to rush up and push him all out of the mid-range, what did he do? I'm going all the way to the rack. And that left-hand dunk, oh my goodness.
Oh, dude.
Karl Anthony Towns' face was...
But the crossover to get
Yes.
to that.
Oh, Mitchell Robinson touched
was
earth.
unbelievable.
He made him touch earth.
And I think what's underrated
on.
about Cade Cunningham, his strength.
Yes.
Like I've always said, he's a really gifted passer. He's even better this year. He's really good defensively. He's underrated. He is so much more physical than people. I wanted him to walk off that court and pull a Kirk Cousins. You like that? That's
You
what I
like
wanted.
that?
Because
Oh,
he could have
he
said
did
that
that to
on the
Sohan.
microphone at Madison Square Garden. Come back again, y'all. Have a good night.
And that's what I loved about Cade is that I think we saw the Cade that we're going to need in the playoffs. When everybody else's legs are just a little bit more dead, when the offense of cohesion is just a little more off because the other team is making their adjustments, we saw Cade Cunningham with really none of his normal pick and roll components, no real lob threats coming off the pick and roll. Pick apart the New York Knicks defense at all 3 levels precisely, man. Like he was a surgeon with the scalpel just going through.
Just
it was awesome.
Here's the best thing about that too is we had a conversation yesterday. What's today? No, we had a conversation all week, wanting Cade to be just a little bit more aggressive. Talked about that in the All-Star game. Talked about how he maybe could have had a chance to be an MVP if he would have been a little bit more aggressive.
we
But
just talked about that.
But Cade was focused on the win. Cade was focused on all the other little things. Fast forward to Friday after watching this Thursday. He had 42, 13, and 8, Shep, and it wasn't a forced 42. It was in the rhythm of the game.
How many bad shots did he take?
Maybe one.
Maybe.
And then keyword was maybe. Like, he got everybody
And that was
involved.
his to
He
take.
played on both sides of the court. He exerted the right amount of energy. He saved the right amount of energy for the fourth quarter, had it in spades when he was ready to make those plays down the stretch. What he did last night was a master class of things to come for Cade Cunningham. It was fun to watch because he was aggressive, but it looked like, and this is, I'm not trying to, it looked more what we're talking about, a little SGA. How SGA would go out there and have 40 and do all the things. It looked like that, but it looked like even better, though. Yeah. It was the aggression on defense. It's you know who's leading the charge. It's you don't have 3-4 All-Stars out there as well, or 2-3 number 1 overall picks like yourself. It was a guy that was just putting on. He walked out there. He had a mission. He had a plan. He executed both. And the thing I love about Cade and the thing I love about the situation is when they interviewed him, in this NBA that we're in today, how easy is it to drop 42 at the Garden, and people come up to you, put a microphone in your face, and say, "Cade, tonight was spectacular. You know, just walk us through the night." How easy to say, you know, tonight my shot was falling, or I was on, or I came out here with a plan, or I wanted to show people that. Cade, first thing he said, we played a great basketball
That's what I
game.
love about him.
We did all the things right. Like, Cade is a leader, and Cade is a winner, and it's only a matter of time.
10 guys played, 9 were plus
Yeah.
in the plus minus. Okay, and I'm sure Kool-Aid talked about it on the postgame show last night.
That was fun to watch,
He joins LeBron James and Allen Iverson as the only opposing players at Madison Square Garden with a 40 and 10. Okay, LeBron James did it twice. Iverson did it once. Cade Cunningham's now done it. He is also the first player in Pistons franchise history to record 40, 10, 5 boards or more, and 5+ three-pointers in a game. And as we've talked about, it's a strong history in Pistons basketball. You've had some of the best players to ever suit up, and he's the first to do that. That's saying something.
I think he, and who my favorite Piston was, just kind of because I moved to Atlanta in 1989. I came back in 1994, 95. Grant Hill was my guy. I was wondering how long it took me. Yeah, Cade's.
He reminded me of Cade or Grant last.
Cade has passed Grant Hill as it relates to Pistons. Pistons, yeah. For me,
okay, yeah.
For me, Pistons success, he's passed Grant Hill already.
Yeah, I wouldn't go quite that far. I'm glad it's a good debate. It's a fun debate.
What would he have to do for you to be better than Grant Hill, who was, 1995, Grant ascended to, in my opinion, I think yours too, the best player in the NBA at that time. This is when Jordan was about to come back and get it back together. He was that. That's what Cade is arguing now.
Sure. Yeah, he is. He's arguing that I think he's the MVP, and I mean that. You could say that people can say I'm late to the table. Yeah. That's okay. I'm going to take my time to judge somebody. I wasn't giving it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I wasn't giving it to Nikola Jokic. I wasn't giving it to Giannis Antetokounmpo just out of nowhere. I wanted to see something. Last night isn't what convinced me either. It's how steady he has been on both ends of the floor. I was talking with our friend Lindsey Hunter this morning, and I said to him, like people talk about Luka Doncic. Yeah. Luka Doncic is a half player. He's an offensive player, and that's it. I want guys who are engaged on both ends of the floor. Our guy is engaged on both ends of the floor. I love him, but for him to pass Grant Hill, for me, he's got to do it, a couple more seasons. That's all.
I just think Grant Hill was never in the MVP running, and also he was never the number one team in the league. Like when he was with the Pistons. And the Pistons have been the number one team in the league the entire season for the most part.
That's true. And he didn't have a lot to play with, and he did finish.
Cade didn't for a while.
Well, and they weren't number one in the league when he didn't.
True.
So that's kind of my point. And Grant I think he finished 5th in the MVP voting. He's to Cade Cunningham's point and to your ammunition, he's going to finish higher than any Piston in history in the MVP. If he finishes any lower than second, there should be an investigation. And I think he's number one. Maybe we're getting a little too caught up in it, but if last year you're going to keep pointing to you've got to win, you've got to be the best on the best team and all that other stuff, and that's what people said about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I'm not saying he wasn't deserving, because I like him, but he's answering all the questions, his team's answering all the questions, and he's checking all the damn boxes.
Yeah.
So I hope that people are taking note, and if it takes a game at New York and Madison Square Garden to do it, fine. I don't care, as long as you're taking note. I just don't want to hear this bullcrap anymore about the team to beat in the East is New York. If you want to talk, we've talked about this before, if you want to talk about Cleveland as a legitimate contender, absolutely. They're on a roll. They've won 9 of 10 in 6 straight.
Also,
they won last night.
The unknown. Like when you have a situation like that where you just get together, it becomes the unknown a little bit.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about, Boston, if Tatum comes back, I get it. It's not like New York's having a bad season. It's just, as we said yesterday,
it's just not better than the Pistons.
It's just not a good matchup. I don't see how anybody. They were talking to a number of different Knickerbockers after the game last night, and they said, look, we're not, it's a whole new season when you get to the postseason. Just because they swept us doesn't mean blah, 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 blah. That's fine.
They don't have it.
When you've got that matchup, and it's about matchups, it's not a good matchup for New York at all. They have no one to guard Cade Cunningham, and they can throw a lot of different guys at Karl Anthony Towns.
And it's not going to change.
No,
it's not going to change in the playoffs. I don't want to hear this narrative from them like, well, it's different in the NBA playoffs and blah, blah, blah. It's not, because the guy that's calling the plays for the New York Knicks, they don't rock with. They don't vibe. And he doesn't know what he's doing. Because
he looked lost, didn't he?
If I were coaching the New York Knicks, which I've never been a basketball coach, get Karl Anthony Towns involved right away. He's your best offensive player, including Jalen Brunson. They legitimately won't get him. They won't get him involved.
Exactly.
Like, why are you going to OG Anunoby? Why is Josh Hart leading the offense? Like, why is he leading the offense? So he doesn't know what he's doing. They don't want to play for him. The Knicks are absolutely cooked. And I appreciate the conversations you've been having all season where it's like, I don't rock with people having to tell me that you have to get deep into the playoffs. You have to get the playoff experience. You need to see that to win. That was back in the day. And I think some of us are stuck in that mindset. You're right. 10, 15 years ago, you had to be consistent to beat LeBron. You had to be consistent to beat whoever's coming out of West, which would be Steph Curry. You had to be consistent to beat the Lakers. You had to be consistent to beat the Celtics. That's what basketball was forever. Now when you have so much parity, where every year there's a new winner, everybody's stepping it up, it's not the same. Shep, you're absolutely right. That playoff experience thing, a little bit overrated right now. Because when I look at the East, where's the playoff experience outside the Celtics, who I believe the Pistons currently are better than? I think that experience one in this current landscape, to your point, finally, it's a little overblown.
Yeah, I just love the whole thing. Look, I know New York has said, I was reading some articles yesterday about the Knicks and how they're together and they like one another and, it's a good bonding thing. And I'm thinking, well, that's what they say about Detroit too. In the end, the bottom line is...
I don't see it, though.
Yeah, I don't see it. Right. Now, I don't watch them all the time, in fairness to the Knicks, and we watch the Pistons on a nightly basis. But when you look at the Pistons and you see how everybody... You can say they're playing for each other, and that's fine. They look like they know what they're doing. If there's an assignment... You've told us about running routes and how you used to help your receivers running routes. If I ran it this way, it would allow this guy to do this. The Pistons feel like, to me, while I watch them, the exact same way, that they're doing the little things to help one another. It's not always about, hey, I like this. Of course you like that guy playing with, but you're doing something to make that guy successful. And I thought it was on full display last night where they're helping one another. Kate Cunningham didn't have to score 42. He felt like he did in that game. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to do that every night. That's the beauty of what he brings. Yeah. He can help other people get to 24. He can peel it back, and they're still going to be successful. He knew when to take charge, when to take the shots. I would guess Kool-Aid, the 34 shots were the most he's taken in any game this year.
Yeah, and you know what? He hit 50% of those.
Yes.
It shows that he knew exactly what he was doing and the game was within his control. Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest differences. Look, the Knicks can be a good team. Part of the reason why they're a bad matchup is not just because of the physicality, the size, and the defense mismatches and the advantages I believe the Pistons have over them. I think it's the fact that Jalen Duren, guys like Cade Cunningham we saw last night, they actually realize you can't stop us. Mm-hmm. Last year, Cade Cunningham said something very interesting at the end of the playoffs. Like, man, I wish we had this to do all over again because now I know what to do. Now I understand what this is about. And he looked, annoyed, like dog on it. And now you see this guy, especially every time he sees this orange, white, and the orange, white, and blue of the Knicks. It's like he's seeing red and he's a bull, straight up. And I absolutely love that because these games right now, no matter what anybody is saying, what the Knicks can say to try to pump themselves up, they know this. Right now, Cade doesn't fear them at all on any level. And going into the playoffs, that means a lot.
Knicks pipe down because you know what time it is. And people can talk about, well, the Knicks, they hang out together. They're really cool. They play for each other, too. They like each other. When you try to come up with stories like that, when you have to try to defend like that, that means it's not true. Like, logistically, so what if you see Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson at some, Rip the Runway or some BS like that? Do they really rock with each other? Because when I see Knicks games, I don't see the celebration between Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns or OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges consistently. I see a lot of individualism. But when I see the Pistons, I see everybody together no matter what was done, whether it's a block by Asar Thompson, whether it's a steal, which he had 4 yesterday, whether it's Tobias Harris, who's blocking Karl Anthony Towns, who has height advantage on him and long arms, et cetera. Like, everything the Pistons do, they do it together. They do it linked up in space. Speaking of what people were talking about, I want to talk about a little bit of what Cade was talking about. Complaining a little bit.
I do too. I think it's important.
Yeah,
we want to do that after the break.
Yeah.
I will. Can I just say a snarky thing? I was kind of
go ahead.
Of a jackass on
We've
social
earned
media last night. Somebody in New York said since they won their last NBA title in '73, the Knicks have been in the conference finals 6 times and made the finals twice. From 2003 to 2008, the Pistons made the conference finals 6 times, made the finals twice, and won a title. I retweeted that and said, "Don't forget the Knicks NBA Cup." Most overrated franchise in sports.
Oh, yeah.
But they have the mouthpieces and cheerleaders in the national media on their side.
Yesterday, I did a little fun deal for the network. It was our new social team. Shout out to Emily, who's putting together some things for us. And it was show your petty level as it relates to a fan. Shep, last night, you won.
I did?
Yeah, it was a great comment.
With that petty?
And it was great, though. It was the perfect level of petty because it was true.
Yeah, well, it probably wasn't necessary, but I
Why
mean,
not, though?
Well, because there's a part of me that after I watch that, I'm watching the game and I'm standing and I'm cheering and I'm like in your face and I don't know who the hell I'm talking to.
Yeah.
But
The
then,
proverbial you.
but then as you get ready for shows, social media is a good place to find what people are talking about, obviously. And the Pistons-Knicks game was blowing up social media all around the country. And when you hear
for business.
when you hear people finally come to the realization, what you really want to say is, in the words of Bob Seger, shit, I've known that for 10 years. That's what you really want to say. Yeah. But anyway, we digress. We'll get into what Bray was talking about because Cade Cunningham had some strong words. And I'm glad he said it. And you talk about a leader on a team. How about a leader of a league?
Yeah.
That could be him, just like Ven Johnson's the leader in the courtroom.
And just like Cade Cunningham, he will fight for you and your squad. He is the fighter. Let him fight for you. VNFights.com. VENFights.com. Ven Johnson Law has been doing this for a very long time at a very high level. Whether it's a settlement, whether it's a verdict, they want all the smoke, and they're here to get you the best results that you can get. So don't make it the second, third, fourth, or fifth call you make when something goes wrong. Make it the first contact you reach out to, and that is Ven Johnson Law.
Folks, we know Art and Jake's is the go-to sports bar atmosphere. If you're watching the Pistons, if you're watching today's semifinals of Team USA against Slovakia, maybe you're watching Canada win earlier today in the Olympics, Art and Jake's is the place to check it out. Why? Because they got 80 TVs, big screens. They've got a lot of really good beer and excellent food. They also have big hearts. They are sponsoring the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival. It's happening Saturday, March 14th, downtown Romeo. It's a way to help the brave volunteers and child cancer research. There's no better cause than that. You can see how you can help by going to romeosb.com or just scan that QR code. And we hope to see you March 14th at Art and Jake's.
Strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. VenFights.com.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's an ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Big Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Bye.
Michigan Sports.
You know what time it is?
Hall of
HOF,
Fame, better recognize.
Hey, look, man.
Ooh, you got some goodies over here, huh?
Look, I put that work in on the field. You know what time it is, but that's besides the point. This is about family. This is about the city. This is about my team, and my team includes Woodward Sports. Oh, my God. I got my boy Brandon Dent in the building. KG over there, man.
Sir.
Same show. This is just a blessing to be here, man. Blessing to be with my fan. Yo, Woodward Sports, you never know what the F is going on, but it's always going to be good, though. Tell you.
Let's go.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Planet Fitness, home of fitness. The 50 Metropolitan Detroit location, man. It's the gym for you. Planet Fitness, they understand that fitness is essential. That's why that's their tagline. Gym squeaky clean. There's no judgment here. Also, we don't mind if you're starting your journey, continuing your journey. Just come here and do it with us. It is the gym for you. Planet Fitness, man. We're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness.
You know, we're going to go out for Braylon's birthday. Just, Brittany, I promise, we're only going to keep him for an hour. You know, we'll let him go and make sure that he's primed and ready to go for a birthday dinner tonight. We're going to have a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea at a local establishment. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles. Clean, crisp sip, only 100 calories. You're sitting back watching whatever it is. Could have been the Pistons last night. Could be Team USA today. It's the perfect drink to enjoy and celebrate. But please, drink responsibly.
We back.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Looking forward to that. Promise we'll get you out of there at a decent time. You know,
We'll try.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
we're not gonna, let me tell you this. We're not going to do what I did for, at the time, one of my best friends and his bachelor party. We kidnapped him from his job.
How long ago was that?
Well, this is a long, long time ago. But we
might have a
kidnapped him
tough time
because
kidnapping
so his fiance tried to tell us what the bachelor party was going to be, and I literally laughed. So we went because it was her dad and her family and stuff like that. And my buddy thought it was over. We went, we kidnapped him. He was a coach. We kidnapped him from North Farmington High School, and we rented a van. Put the keg in the middle of the van, had a designated driver. Poured him out on his lawn at about, I would say 3 a.m., something like that.
Love it.
Leaned him up against the door, rang the doorbell, ran. She comes running out.
Sound like a house party.
You SOB, Matt Shepard, blah, 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 screaming at me. We're like, see you later. We got to take this back
I got to
the
hang
mall.
with that. Where's that man Shepard been hiding? Bring him out.
That was a long time ago, man. Long time ago.
I'm going to get it out of here.
I got some stories that really. Hey, speaking of going out, you know, Cam's got a date tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen the sugar in like 2.5 weeks.
He's just appropriate. Whoa, that face looks serious. He's usually smiling.
Hey,
all teeth. That one, man.
2.5 weeks.
Hey,
You know what that means.
Can we grab that as a drop? I haven't seen the sugar in 2.5 weeks.
I think the human body has needs. That's what that sounded like. That sounded, hey baby, daddy's coming home.
Daddy's coming home.
Put a little sugar on you.
He's been gone in Austin for way too long.
Yeah, I like it.
So I want to get to some super chats, but just real quick, we're talking about this. Everybody on social media was talking about the Pistons and Knicks last night. And people in New York are talking about it. They're banging it home today as well. And this guy in New York on one of their radio stations says this. Cade Cunningham may have surpassed Jalen Brunson.
May?
I want to drop to my knees like I'm about to propose and say, what the hell have you been watching? What do you mean may? Of course he's passed him. Am I wrong?
But yes, excuse me. No,
Delusion.
you're not wrong. But we just live in a different world. Like we live in a world where they care more about stats and they care more about perceived storylines, if you will. Jalen Brunson goes to the Western Conference Finals with the Dallas Mavericks. Jalen Brunson goes to the Eastern Conference Finals, last year. They talk about Mr. Clutch. He wins all these things.
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson's a damn good basketball player.
Yep.
Deserves a lot of things said about him, including what Cade said, we'll get to. But the problem is, in this day and age, especially when you're dealing with teams like the Pistons, is everything is about stats. They're looking at the numbers that Donovan Mitchell put up. You're looking at the numbers that Jalen Brunson put up. You're looking at all the numbers. It's not about numbers. When you watch the basketball game, that's why last night was so major for everyone not from the city of Detroit, is because they saw not only the Pistons win, not only the Pistons dominate, not only Cade have a good game. Cade had 42, 13, and 8 in a place where they deem the Mecca. A place where they deem if you do it here, it's real.
Yeah.
So now that you've done it in front of the eyes, fresh off the All-Star game where people are still kind of like, well, what's going on?
Yeah.
Now he's done it, and now people, because they care about stats, they care about numbers, and for as good as Cade is, we see wins, we see playing on both ends of the court, we see getting players involved, we see all that. All they see is numbers. Who's averaging 29?
Right.
Who's averaging 30? Who's flirting with a triple-double? Like, that's all they see.
Yeah, I got news for those folks. He's averaging less than 2 points per game more than Cade Cunningham, and I'll give you these numbers, and then we'll get to Super Chats.
Go ahead.
28 and 6. You know what that represents? 28 double-doubles for Cade Cunningham, 6 for Jalen Brunson, who I like. I do. I like him. And Anthony Edwards. Yeah. You know how many double-doubles he has?
11.
He's got 5.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay? So, I'm sorry. He's got 2. He's got 2 double-doubles. He's an offensive machine. I think he's incredibly athletic. I like him a lot. Cade Cunningham is all around.
When you watch the All-Star game, at least let me comment on myself. When I was watching the All-Star game, when I was watching Cade Cunningham and I was watching Anthony Edwards, these are two of the budding stars that they talk about being faces of the league. You saw one guy, hey, I'm going to be over here, just kick it to me when you're ready. You saw another guy that was kicking it to him, that was kicking it over here to Jalen Duren, that was getting insert this player, insert that player, also finding his shots, etc. When I was watching, I'm like, if I'm watching as a getting blocks on big guys, etc.
In the All-Star game.
In the All-Star game.
When I'm watching this, if I'm an owner and I'm trying to start a franchise, as much as I love Anthony Edwards, shares my same last name. 2 years ago, it was a whole different conversation. I'm not choosing Anthony Edwards or Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell or Jason Tatum or any of these other ones to start my franchise. I'm choosing Cade Cunningham because I saw a guy that wants to win. He does it the right way, and he's going to get you results.
Or your guy, Victor Wembanyama.
One
of those two guys.
Talking about
America. Yeah, absolutely. He did say something last night. The thing I said this yesterday, what I love most about Cade Cunningham, everybody else talks for him. He did say something last night that surprised me a little bit, that I think I'm the best American, and yes, I think I'm the MVP. Afterwards, J.B. Bickerstaff said the same thing. It's not a huge deal, but I would rather, other people tell us who the best is instead of the individual, but, somebody asked a question, he answered it. All right, let's get to some Super Chats.
But realistically, on his side, just quick thought. How many times has he been asked this question in the last 2 years?
Good question.
Like, how many times has he been asked this question this season?
Yeah.
How many times has he been asked that question in the last week, considering he came in kind of like the All-Star deal? So I think it was one of those situations where you keep asking, and in Cade's mind, he's like, well, the people that they say are above me,
fair enough,
I'm starting to show up. The people that so I think that was him kind of 42 points, 13, 8 at the Garden.
Yo,
it's me.
Yeah,
on top of those comments.
What you just saw,
yeah.
This is what you've been missing all year long. Yeah. Absolutely. I have no problem with it. I love what J.B. Bickerstaff said. Yeah, J.B. Bickerstaff said it all, and that was good enough for me. It's always been good enough.
Yeah, and it was on top of the comments that are there on the back wall right now. He only had 3 free throw attempts last night, and he had those. When you drop those types of comments, when you're calling out not just flopping, but you say, no, there are guys amongst the top 5 or 10 in basketball.
That
who
foul
out
on
there
the
doing it.
That foul on the baseline that he did not get when he went crazy.
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen K go crazy about not getting the call?
He's right.
He doesn't do that.
Yeah, he's right. He does not get the same calls that others do. Maybe it'll change. Yeah. I hope it does. But it shouldn't take him to say something publicly in order for them to change it. They should recognize it. And it's not because he's an elite player. It's not because he's an MVP in that category. The whole mantra in any sport, well, he's an MVP, so he deserves the benefit of the doubt. He deserves the benefit of the doubt because it's blatant, okay? And because he's aggressive. That's what they've always told us in this sport. If you're the aggressor, they're going to understand. They're going to, you're going to get paid off a little bit. That was the narrative
for so long, and then it just changed.
And he is a guy who takes it. He is unafraid and goes in the lane, and he'll go up against the trees. But he deserves to get those calls. Now, I want to know from you who the 3 of the top 5 to 10 guys in the NBA who are doing it constantly, and what are you going to do? Kick them out of the game? Who are the 3 names? Because I've got 3 specific names.
Brunson, Luka.
Oh, 3,
yeah. Brunson, Luka for sure, and SGA. The other side of that, though, Shep, is the NBA has always been about, once you become this, once the perception is this, then we'll give you the calls. Jordan wasn't getting calls at the Garden against Bird in 86. Like Kobe wasn't getting calls in 2000 when he's winning his first championship. It takes, LeBron wasn't getting calls as crazy as that sound, at least the first 2 years. He started getting called after that. But it takes a while to become.
Well, Shaq didn't get a lot of calls early on.
That's because Shaq is, I don't want to say that word because I know that'll start debate. He's one of, if not the most, dominant player in sports history.
He's a mountain of a man too.
100%.
So you should be able to get it. Yeah. Although I saw a really good tweet the other day about Wilt Chamberlain. They changed the game for me to make it harder for me. And Michael Jordan, they changed the game for you to make it easier for you. It was a pretty good quote from Wilt Chamberlain. I think the 3 of the top 5 to 10 guys, I think it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Brunson, and LeBron James.
Oh,
I think it's those 3 guys. Doncic, he whines a lot.
Big
he might
whiner.
be the what's that?
Big whiner.
He's a big whiner. It's another reason I'm not a huge fan. He's a big whiner. I don't think he flops as much. He exaggerates, but I don't. LeBron flops like nobody's business, and it's gotten worse. I think.
Is James Harden still in the NBA?
Harden and some guys in the chat that said it. Chuck Brewer, he said Harden and Brunson, so he agrees with you, Bray. And Gumby says Trae Young too. Yeah, he does.
Trae Young has.
Shout out Gumby.
Yeah, Trae's his career is weird. I don't even think about Trae Young. As good as a player
It
as he
started
is,
off so promising, bro.
I mean,
he's got to dress first.
Atlanta Hawks.
All I do is see him in
Atlanta
dress
Hawks. Hence, why was Atlanta Hawks on
talked about
on
that
this
organization.
side? Why
Thank
was
you.
Atlanta Hawks
Thank
on
you.
this side?
Yeah. All right, let's get to some super chats, shall we?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a couple super chats to get to here.
gotta have
And I don't know
something.
where the time is going, but it's flying by. And shout out to the people too for smashing that like button, man. There's a lot of likes in here. Smash that like button. We got Bray's birthday is tomorrow, so we celebrated today on the show as well. And the Pistons, BTA to the Knicks. Burn, Sideless in the chat. $5 says,
Shout out.
I said it last night on the post-game show, which was bumping. Shout out. Thank you, Burn. I appreciate that. He says, I was so glad I got to show my 8-year-old nephew that game and say, Cade is our guy. I'm seeing a lot of fans, Shep and Bray, who are starting to have that same sentiment, like, that's our guy. Some of the same sentiments I had when I first saw Grant Hill as a little kid. It's cool to see Kid Kool-Aid and Junior Kool-Aid have that same sentiment as Burn and his 8-year-old nephew too.
I like that too. I love that. I love that. I think the going to work Pistons were amazing. Like, going to work Pistons were amazing. Ben Wallace and what he could do defensively, the personalities. I mean, you can go down the list and find your specific player. And how we judge that team is They won as a collective. They didn't care about who was going to get the shine. You had Rasheed over here. You had Ben. They were all-stars, but it was a collective kind
Corliss
of
Williamson coming off the bench.
Scoreless, Arkansas Razorback.
Big fan of his.
Same. That's why I was very upset when he was no longer there in 2005.
Same.
I love McDyess.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, but this
No, you're
wasn't
preaching right now.
this wasn't Tony McDyess from Denver in 1996.
You got that right.
This was a different version.
Hell of a player in Denver when he was healthy.
Woo! But I digress. But in that team, it's like, yeah, I like Big Shot Billups. Like, oh, Rip, he's running off all the screens. He doesn't stop moving. Like, it's nothing like having one guy that represent that squad and be that superstar. Like, they get a superstar in Cade Cunningham. Or we get a superstar. Like, he represents the team. Like, when you say Detroit Pistons, boom, it's Cade Cunningham. When you said the Pistons back in the day, boom, it's Isaiah Thomas. I know they were a collective, but but no mistake about it. Isaiah Thomas was the guy. I love having a guy to represent the franchise because it also draws in more fans. It draws in more merch. It draws in more popularity. So having a guy that's as good as Cade, they're witnessing something that we haven't seen in Detroit since Zeke.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
I
It's
guess
probably the only, the fourth time in the history of the franchise where they've had a superstar as the name brand, if you will. Maybe even just the third, because Dave Bing played with Bob Lanier, and they were both
Hall of
stars.
Famers.
Yeah. So Isaiah Thomas, Grant Hill, Cade Cunningham. That's how I would look at it.
It's fair.
Not in that order. I'm just saying those are the three guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Stackhouse in there? No, I'm messing with you.
Still holds the franchise record for a single game high.
56.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was 57. Jerry Stackhouse?
Oh,
Was
you're
it
right.
50?
I'm off by one. Man.
Yeah, I thought it was 57. That was it was just
And he's saying the national anthem.
It was just the anniversary the other day.
Yeah.
Jerome Williams didn't care about that. Do we have any? You understand why?
Yeah.
Do you have any more super chats?
Yeah, we do. We got another one from Dante. And shout out to Junkyard Dog as well. Got to see him at another All-Star game.
He was such a good dude.
He's cool, man.
Oh man, he really is. I mean, Georgetown. I don't know if he's a Georgetown legend, but
he's Georgetown alone.
Yeah. Fun guy to watch. He's not exactly Patrick Ewing or Alonzo Mourning, but he was fun to watch.
Played with AI, so kind of like, you remember.
Yeah, right.
And Dante says, with the $10 super chat, thank you guys for the support. He says, FanDuel Sports put out a question. Is this year's Cade Cunningham better than 2010-2011 Derrick Rose? They posted stats between the two, and Cade has better stats than Rose except for one, and it was by 0.2% in the 3-point category.
Somebody put something out with Steph Curry's 2015 MVP season compared to Cade Cunningham this year. I think you've got to be very careful there because that was the year, as Bray has talked about, when Golden State was kicking everybody's ass. And I don't know how many minutes and crucial points down the stretch Steph Curry had. We've got it here, but if you look at it, Cade Cunningham better in the top three numbers in points, rebounds, and assists. Steph Curry, better shooter, by far a better three-point shooter, much better free throw shooter as well, and the efficiency is too. But I think the comparison is just that this is an MVP season. Yeah. This is how close his MVP season can be compared to that.
Special.
Because you asked a question, and I've talked about Steph Curry. What was the question you asked? It wasn't Steph Curry. It was Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Derrick Rose.
Saying like
in 2010 versus Cade Cunningham this year.
Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. I'm gonna just stop and say don't do that, because then we have to have conversations and it takes away from what Derrick Rose was or what Cade Cunningham is becoming. Mm-hmm. So to that, I'll just say no comment. As it relates to this though, yeah, because on one side you can say, shoot, Cade has more points, rebounds, and assists because Steph didn't have to have more points. He didn't have to have more rebounds. He didn't have to have more assists. But on the same
team full of all-stars.
But by this and then by that same conversation, it's like, well, the fact that he's doing that means he's doing more than this guy who's not, and that was a unanimous year.
You're right, and then the efficiency would look this way.
Yeah, but when you start doing the Derrick Rose, you're like, pipe down.
Yeah, I like Derrick Rose, and I like Derrick Rose while he was here too.
I did too.
Yeah,
right. Derrick Rose is becoming something that we had never seen before.
Yeah, if he didn't get those knee injuries, who knows how much better he would have been.
He won MVP at 20. Stop playing.
That's crazy. Yeah. Quick timeout. A little football discussion on the other side. Some hockey discussion as well. There's a guy out there he had a long NFL career as a backup, and that's fine. But he said something I thought a little crazy. Actually, kind of went back at him a little bit on social media. We'll get your thoughts.
Look at you.
We'll get your thoughts on that.
A little troll lately.
A little bit of a troll. Yeah, I'm under a bridge.
I like it. Think I paid the toll.
And now I need a massage chair.
There you go.
Yeah.
We might have to make that a segment some type of way, man.
Pay
Trolling
the toll.
Thursday. Pay the toll on Thursday.
Okay, I like that. Thursday troll.
Hey, but look, I know you guys are looking to take your relaxation to the next level. And you probably want to lock in one of these chairs before the playoffs come so you can watch your Pistons win the championship in style. You want to visit the Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. It is the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. It features top brands like Infinity and Osaki, and I tell you that because you want to remember those brands when you go and visit. I know you guys see the Osaki that we have here in studio. Well, you can go and try those at the showroom with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. You got to give him a follow. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or scan that QR code on the screen. It's Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Getting a little chilly out there. Snow's starting to fall a little bit. Might be chillier this weekend than it sure was last week. And Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning can help you prepare for that. You should be prepared, but you want to trust somebody around those important devices at your home, okay? Your furnace, your air conditioning. What do? You go to Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning because they are experts. They're going to keep your heating system running safely. They're going to keep it running efficiently, and they are fast and dependable. That might be as much an important characteristic of their professionalism as anything else. Reliable service for over 40 years. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning, 734-238-3805.
No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
And tomorrow we got a trifecta. Tigers kick off the spring training game. Michigan plays Duke. And then the Pistons against the Bulls. Get your bets in. Up to $1,000 you bet on Caesars Sportsbook. If you lose, you get that back. All you got to do is scan this QR code. Enter the code Woodward1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, $1,000 just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet, $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen.
Said, Sweet Potato Cam said Michigan playing Duke, right? Well, Michigan's also going to play Michigan State at the end of the season, at the end of the regular season, and we've got another Hoops watch party for you here on Woodward Sports. And we're going to do it at Art and Jake's in Northville, round 2. And that day, and really Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, they've got it going with Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Get $5 shorts of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat at any Art and Jake's location across this great state of Michigan. On those days, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, it's light, it's refreshing. It's actually brewed with real Michigan cherries. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Please drink responsibly. Plus, they come in a really cool bottle. It's a very nice looking bottle. And, I don't mind this hat either. I like the hat, to be honest with you, including the Sam Adams in the back. There's a cool little logo.
There you go.
I was going to say real quick as well, up for speculation, just sent in a $4.99 super chat to pay some more homage to the winning in this state. He says, I am late as F. It's okay, man. Just as long as you hit that like button, it's okay. He says, did anyone talk about how Michigan is dominating hockey from the NHL to Olympics down to college and high school? Let's go State of Michigan.
The state of Michigan, absolutely. Michigan State's #1 in the country, and they beat Notre Dame last night. And, hey, shout out. Look at that.
Shout out.
I love that. That's awesome.
We gotta get Sweet
Shout
Potato
out Brittany for hooking that up.
We gotta get Sweet Potato Cam in the Scully.
Hey.
Get him in his skull cap.
With the Sweet Potato Orange Browns jersey.
Still working the angles right now, but it's a little something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Brittany looks great in this picture.
It's great in real life, too.
Is that Kool-Aid?
That is Kool-Aid.
Is that Anson?
This is called AI, and AI doesn't necessarily always get it right, but we got the core and the gist.
It's cool
of it, if you will.
I like it very much.
Don't worry.
AI Sweet Potato.
We'll get Sweet Potato a mustache, and we'll give him a skull cap when we get him in the game.
All 43s. All right, very cool. That's one of the best ones yet.
There's a lot of teams in there, man.
There are a lot of teams.
I was trying to play for 2 teams. It didn't happen that way.
Well, I got to do the Browns.
I was trying to play. You said, well, that's the team that drafted me. So I mean, I broke some records there too. I played better with the Browns than I did the Seahawks and the 49ers. So I mean, I wouldn't trip. Don't trip.
I love that. I love the banner. I love the balloons. That's well done. Just so
hands are white.
My hands are white. Yeah. So are Anson's. That's good.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, that's really sharp. All the detail. Look at that.
Even got the Jordan on the Michigan jersey.
Dude, look, look, she's got a piece of paper right next to the microphone.
We're gonna get her on the show.
That is very, very cool.
Yeah,
I love it. Well done. Cam had mentioned the Duke game. Michigan plays Duke tomorrow in Washington, D.C. The Wizards play the Pacers tonight. How much do you think tickets are for the Wizards and Pacers tonight?
You could probably get in the building for Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably get the building for like $28 to $32.
$16. How much do you think it is for Michigan and Duke tomorrow?
I would say start it's probably $335.
You're damn close. $319.
Oh shoot.
Okay, there you go.
I just stuck with the cost of living.
I was just gonna say that.
I stuck with that number.
Right. And that's something else.
But it makes sense. You know, basketball. I think there's starting to be, a little bit of a resurgence in college basketball, kind of sort into where people are paying attention a lot more. Like last couple years, not saying you, Shep. Last couple years, a lot of people have tuned out of college basketball. It's been tough to watch during the regular season. People have kind of tuned in a little bit more. Final Four. This has been the first year in a while, which I think people are kind of locked in from about game 5, 6 until now. And you're talking about one of the greatest basketball brand, which is Duke, who's number 3 in the country, versus Michigan, who last year went to the Final Four, star coach and Dusty May, star players on his team, and they've led the whole way. I think it's a nice storyline. I think people are coming back around college basketball.
Yeah, those are two huge brands playing in Washington, D.C. There's no question about that. It's good for college basketball. To what you've said before, you kind of really keen in on basketball once football season is over.
Yeah.
So that could be part of it too. I was watching Alabama and Arkansas the other night. I watched Iowa State and Houston the other night. I'm not sitting there glued to it the entire time, but I mean it's on, and I'm paying attention because I want to know what the hell I'm going to do when it comes to the NCAA tournaments.
Also, like Duke is a brand. Like Duke is one of those places.
Sure.
Like you know how hard it is to try to get to go see a Duke game. Like it's impossible to watch them at home. Like it's impossible to watch them on the road when they're playing one of those games against UNC, against Wake Forest, against one of those bigger teams. So to get Duke in DC, I think that's the other part of it. It's like, when are you going to get a chance to see Duke like this? Michigan, I know, and I love my school, but let's call a spade a spade. When it comes to basketball, we know who's selling the tickets majority. So that's another part of it, is getting Duke outside of North Carolina.
It is, for sure. They've always been helped out by going to the regional in Greensboro. To a certain extent, they've earned it, I suppose. It's funny how that works for either them or North Carolina or NC State or Clemson or Wake Forest or whatever, but they seem to be able to stay very cozy and close to home. The Team USA is just underway against Slovakia, so we'll keep you updated on that. I'm sure Sweet Potato Cam will have his arms raised like the field goal was just made.
You know it.
So that's going to be good. It was a really entertaining game earlier today, so we'll talk a little bit about that coming up. Paul Pierce, I know we're going to move off the Pistons thing.
Truth.
But it kind of...
It's just in nickname only. He's a better player than people give him credit for. He talks too much.
Yeah, he's a really good player. He has a lot of idiotic sayings, and I don't think he's totally genuine. I would say a lot of the things that he says lately, I think, are bombastic and stupid, quite honestly. But
you can smoke and drink on a lot of those shows.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's good. Here's what he said recently. He said, because this is regarding the Pistons and the Knicks.
Okay.
All right? And it seems to always come back to this. I like that picture, too. You look very serious there.
Same. Like I'm like,
that's okay.
That's me, like not wanting to blow the candle out because I'm 43.
It's like the game face.
It does look like you, though. You get kind of entranced with the eyes. Here's exactly what he said. You ready? Because if they meet, Pistons and Knicks, they're going to have to meet in the conference finals, right? Which isn't necessarily true, but okay. So in the conference finals, like them guys is young. I don't know what the hell that means. Them lights are bright. Whatever. Like we saw in the three-point contest, Con Knipple. Okay. So there's 3 stupid things in a row. Them lights are brighter. It's like, dang, you forgot some things. Like you leave some stuff at home. Again, talking with a bunch of word salad, hasn't said a damn thing yet. You know, so like I'm damn where they're going to be in that locker room right now in Detroit after every game. They probably got like 4 or 5 reporters. What? When you get to the conference finals, you're going to have to deal with thousands of requests. You're going to have to get to the media availability. It's going to be a hell of a lot brighter lights. What? You could get overwhelmed as a young dude. Then you come out, and it's going to be Spike Lee. It's going to be all these stars right there. You can get overwhelmed. Are you effing kidding me?
For Pistons.
You first of all, this is ignorance at its greatest heights.
We were there,
okay?
Like, what are they
You're trying to
about?
first of all, 4 or 5 reporters. Wrong. they're going to be intimidated because they see Spike Lee in his glasses and his New York uniform? Wrong. They saw him last night. How did that chill run down their spine?
They saw a lot of stars last night.
This is idiotic. This is something that this guy played at the highest level. He was a great player. And he's saying stuff like this. These are the things that drive so many people outside of that area crazy. You think they're going to be in the locker room and it's going to be a scene from Gladiator where a guy's pissing down his pants and somebody moves away from him? Come on. Paul Pierce.
But it's Spike Lee,
you've got to be smarter
Chef.
than that.
It's Spike Lee, though.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be nervous about Spike Lee? Can I say Heidi?
No.
Oh, my God. This is an NBA player who's saying this.
Shep is bothered. I feel you.
Just doesn't make much sense to me. But whatever.
This is in no way, shape, fashion, form a defense of the truth. Who Draymond? The only time I've ever really sided with Draymond is when he was dogging Paul Pierce. He said, "They don't like you like that, Paul." I was like, "Man, you better tell him. You better tell him, Draymond. They don't love him like that." But it's one, when you give these former players, sometimes you give them a microphone, you put them on spaces, they can do other things on your show, etc. Like they get too comfortable and they're relaxing, they're trying to have fun and crack jokes, and also adding a little bit of element of what they played in and mixing. You're trying to figure out where's the mix and where's the truth. No pun intended. I mean, I think he's looking at the Pistons like many people are still looking at the Pistons. Like, with the exception of this season, in the last 15 years, the Pistons got 2 seasons where they finished above 500. Mm-hmm. In the last 15 years, the Pistons have 2 seasons where they finished above 500. Mm-hmm. Well, 3 because they tied. Well, not above. It was a tie. So 41 and 41. So you got 2 seasons. Last year, for as great as we talk about the Pistons, they still lost. So people can't see for what it is. People don't pay attention for what it is. People still don't see the popularity. They don't see the names. All they see is Cade, etc. And this is how they're going to act until the Pistons win the playoff series this year, get to the Eastern Conference this year, which will go to the finals this year, etc. Until they do that, people will still make dumb conversation like this. And it's predicated off what is the perception of the Detroit Pistons since 2007, 2008. In which they got into the playoffs with a losing record.
It's a slow kick.
It's fair enough. I get it.
I'm on your side,
I know you are.
but I think that's kind of where they're coming from.
It always goes back to my question. When
19 seasons,
when is it? And Team USA just scored.
Shout out to Larkin.
Dylan Larkin scored.
Again?
Come on!
Let's go! That boy signs on a world stage.
Yes. One of the best forwards on Team USA.
Yes.
You got 42, 13, and 8 at the Garden. You got Dylan Larkin, just keep pouring them in. Assistant points, scored, goals, doesn't matter what it's. Detroit sports is represented right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, look, we want this.
But I was just going to say real quick, and we'll put a cap on that. If we're going to look at that team that wasn't very good and didn't make the playoffs a few years ago, won 14 games, I get it. 4 guys remain on this team from that team. How long does it take for you to grow? And what is it a team has to show you, not you, I'm talking about here. What is a team has to show you during a regular season that makes you say they deserve some maybe more respect than what he's giving them?
I don't think there's anything that they can do. Because if anything Cade does now from then on, it's still the same conversation. Cade can go out there and have 70.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're going to say, well, they didn't win in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens this season, whatever milestone is achieved by Cade or the team or JB Bickerstaff, it won't matter. Because they're always – because they're – you know what it is, Shep? Kool-Aid and Cam, they're running out of space to keep pushing that goalpost back. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that they can hold on to now for the goalpost pushback is – they haven't done it in the playoffs.
Yep.
So with that being said, it doesn't matter what happens from now till April 15th or whatever the day is, because they're going to be like, it's the playoffs. It's the lights get bright. Spike Lee will trip you on the court or whatever foolishness he was saying. There's an element of truth to that, and that's what I said yesterday. Yeah. Now that
the lights are bright.
Yeah.
I just, these guys, you know this better than any of us. These guys are used to playing in break. Were you intimidated going to New York after you played in front of 111,000 people?
How did Cade play, in your opinion, last year in his playoff experience?
I thought he was okay.
At home, how did he play? He was better on the road.
I was going to say he was better on the road. He was
Bright Light to
okay.
Madison were
He was
awesome
okay
to him last year.
Yeah.
But this is probably wrong on my part. I guess I viewed as Malik Beasley struggled more than Cade Cunningham.
He did.
But let's put it this way.
And
I
those
expected more from Cade Cunningham. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think players, great players especially, and he is a great player. I expect them to grow, and I think he's already proven that he's grown, and I think he's going to grow more, even when the playoffs begin. I don't think there's a moment that's too big for him. I don't think if you were looking at a golf match, that he's gripping the club tighter than usual. He's gripping the bat tighter than usual. He's gripping the stick in hockey than usual. For sure, the experience helps. You've taught us that. I don't think the lights matter at all to him.
I don't think so either. When he gets in the playoff this year, when he has success, when they beat whoever they beat in the first round, and then when they meet the Knicks in the second round, because that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be playing the Knicks. They're going to pop the Knicks. Then you'll see that conversation change. Cam, I see you over there. And think about it this way. Yeah, they talked a lot about Anthony Edwards. He talked about him being the next up, him being the guy that's going to take the mantle and do these things. Outside of the three-point ability, the dunking ability, the highlights, and et cetera, that he was doing in Minnesota, you know what he did to let people finally say that's true? Well, beat LeBron in the playoffs. He washed KD in the playoffs, and he beat Nikola Jokic when Nikola Jokic was coming off the championship the year before. Right. So now behind what you see in the regular season, you know what you can add to his name? And he's the legend killer.
Yes.
Shout out to Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So now he's destroying in the playoffs. That's when the Anthony Edwards, the hype, you start to believe in. That's when you start to give it some credence. Like, you know what? He's doing it. And that's what's going to happen for Cade. Once you bury the Knicks, once you bury the first round, once you get there, then people can actually have some playoff resume to go with what happens in the regular season.
Agreed. You want verification.
Yeah.
We all want validation of certain things that we believe in. It's harder to get that from guys who've played at the highest level, like yourself, like Paul Pierce. My answer to that is always this, though. If you're not going to allow any validation from a regular season, are you going to criticize them for not getting it done during the regular season? Because if you're not going to be consistent with that, okay, I'm not asking you to believe that this Pistons team is NBA championship worthy based on their regular season. Yeah. I'm telling you, when you look at the matchup, whatever the difference was on the scoreboard, when you look at how the teams match up, it is a much more favorable matchup for the Pistons. I'm sure there's a team out there where they don't match up all that great with. That might be San Antonio. It might be Oklahoma City. I can live with that. I know this, based on the 3 games we've seen with New York, that it is tilted. If we were talking about hockey, the ice is tilted. The court was tilted for Detroit in a heavy manner in each of the 3 games. That's all.
Also, even in that space, even in playing, because styles make fights. You're absolutely correct. Styles make fight. What I'm confident in is in styles making fight is JB Bickerstaff has gotten these players to buy into what he's selling, buy into who Cade is. So what that means is when you play a new opponent and you change the situation, you change the scenario, man, you got 13 guys that are listening to JB Bickerstaff. Okay, what's the play, coach? What do you see? But also giving what they see out there to the film study and the film session. So they'll be able to change.
I was going to say, both of you guys are exactly right. It's like the narrative is so tired, but you're right. It's almost like the movie Inception, bro, that we both share some positive enjoyment.
Shout out to Kool-Aid.
It's a slow kick for the rest of these people. We know that this thing started on the 5th level and that it's 4, 3, 2, 1, and in your wake. I think everybody else is just going through those slow kicks, and that realization, sometimes it's tough because everybody's already put out their expert opinion. Everybody's already put out there what they think is going to happen. And now Cade Cunningham and the Pistons, like this organization has been known to do during the history of the NBA, they're disrupting those narratives. And that's why I think you get a lot of these guys now. You wake up this morning, a lot of those headlines and a lot of those narratives are starting to reverse. They're starting to pull those narratives back and start to say things like Cade Cunningham, man, he's just an MVP conversation. I'm seeing that go just sweep across kind of the national narrative now.
To your Inception conversation, what was it? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's the one who's waking everybody up in rim 1, 2, 3. He's the one playing the song that is going to universally connect everybody. See, that's the thing, Kool-Aid. See, we're the ones pushing the button. We already knew what time it was. Now everybody else is listening to the music, and they're starting to wake up to the idea.
Yeah, I hate to tell everybody this. It's only going to get worse. and the reason it's going to get worse is because, let's face it, I mean, I just took the bait too. I mean, it's like reel that largemouth bass in right now because you got some chub on the end of the line. And what did I say? I brought it up. They want to be talked about. This is a way to be talked about.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's a good point.
So that's partly my fault, but I couldn't help myself. Football-wise, okay, Chase Daniel is a guy who's played in the NFL for a while.
He's made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Backup, bro. Very safe job.
Very safe job. He loves talking about quarterbacks because he was a quarterback. Okay, he was a quarterback in Missouri. Too. Yeah, he was a good quarterback. He ranked the quarterbacks in the NFC.
I saw this.
Okay. Do we want to play this? It's a little long, or do you just want to go over who he had ranked as the top 5?
Why not?
Okay. Kool-Aid?
Yes, sir.
Give it a shot.
All right. We got it pulled up here right now.
All right. This is Chase Daniel, everybody, on NFC quarterbacks.
See what Chase is talking about.
Okay.
Top 5 NFC quarterbacks, and I know it's going to make some people furious. Number 5, this one was the toughest one. It's between Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, all these guys. In my opinion, right now, it's Brock Purdy. Love the way he's playing. When he's healthy, he's a baller. He's paid like a top 5 quarterback. I just think he is the answer in the franchise for the San Francisco 49ers. When they get some more weapons, they're going to be dangerous. Number 4, got to put him here. Jared Goff. Love the way this guy is playing. Completely turned his career around from when he was with the Rams. He's become an elite quarterback. He's just been a baller at times. He struggled a little bit this past year, but he makes the Lions Alliance extremely good decision maker. Number 3, Jordan Love. Ceiling for him is so high. 3,700 passing yards, 27 passing touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. There's been some ups. There's been some downs through his career. I think he's trending up. Him and LaFleur, they can be dangerous. The Packers should be lucky to have him. He's their franchise quarterback. Number 2, Dak Prescott, and he almost made number 1. I love the way Dak Prescott's playing. At times this past year, when you watch the film and you really dig into it, he was playing better than any other quarterback in the entire NFL. 4,500 passing yards, 30 touchdowns. I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott's going to be dangerous. If the Cowboys can get a defense, they got a shot. Number 1, easy, Matthew Stafford. He's getting better with age. It's not even close. MVP, 5,600 passing yards and 52 passing touchdowns. Are you kidding me? He carried the Rams this year from the first game on, had a big run for him.
Oh. Okay.
Is he still trying to play? He's still a backup quarterback?
Yeah, I maybe.
He's still trying to get a job somewhere? Like, is he trying to get a job with the San Francisco 49ers as a backup? Oh, that's right. He already was a backup for the San Francisco 49ers. Hence the time why he has Brock Purdy for Jordan Love, 3rd overall. Oh, he must be trying to get a job with the Green Bay Packers in some way, shape, fashion, or form. Chase Daniels, respect your career. I just respectfully disagree. He almost had my list in reverse. And remember I did the quarterback last week?
That's what made me think of it.
He had my list in reverse.
So that's what made me think of it. Yep. He tweets this out. He says, I ranked the top 5 NFC quarterbacks. Film don't lie.
Right.
Agree or disagree? I quickly responded. Totally disagree. What is the fascination with Jordan Love? He mentioned 3,400 yards and only 6 picks. What I said was, you left out 23 touchdowns, has never won more than 9 games in a season. Goff, a down year, 2nd in the league in yards, 5th in the league in percentage, 34-8 TD to interception ratio, much better than Jordan Love. He had a leaky offensive line. He was sacked a career-high 38 times. That was my response to Chase Daniel. I'm waiting for his co-response.
Yeah, it's one of these things too, man. Like, I feel like Aaron Rodgers kind of ushered this era in. The less interceptions makes you a better quarterback. Like, a lot of times these quarterbacks that have these least amount of interceptions, they aren't throwing the passes. They aren't being necessarily aggressive or taking the chances, if you will. I still look at it the way I looked at it, man. Like, Matt Stafford was the right choice. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can have a list that doesn't have Matt Stafford in. First of all, where's Jalen Hurts? Like, you can say what you want to about not liking him and the inconsistencies and this, that, and the third.
Because you've criticized him.
I have. And the same excuses we provide for these other quarterbacks is the same excuses I'm going to provide for Jalen Hurts. Where was his offensive line this year? Where was him handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley? Where was that at? And in spite of that, still look at his numbers and look at the efficiency of what the numbers were. They tell two different stories. And are we talking about what last year was? Or are we talking about these quarterbacks over a couple years? Because if that's the case, then it's foolish that you won't put a quarterback that's a Super Bowl MVP, could have been 2-time Super Bowl MVP. At those things, I cannot not
and
take
had a
for
better touchdown to interception ratio than Jordan Love.
1000%.
I guess the knock on Jalen Hurts, and you've said this on the show, I'm stealing yours.
Yeah.
Doesn't go downfield a lot. Dude averaged 201 yards per game through the air.
Yeah,
That's a tough one to try and support. But to your point, wins and was in need of a little bit more help than I think he got.
Yeah, he had Jordan Love. My list was, I had Brock Purdy at 8, Dak at 7, Jordan at 6. I had Caleb, took a shot, little projection on that, but I had Caleb at 5 based off the moments. And then I had Jalen Hurts, Goff at 3, Sam Darnold at I had Jalen Hurts at 3, Goff at 4, same spot. Just different quarterbacks in front of him. And then, Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl last year. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that surprised me a little bit that he didn't have Sam Darnold in there at all, which I
had
suppose,
a couple decent years here in the NFC too.
Yeah, he turned it over too much, and he had probably the defense obviously helped him a lot. My focus was more on Goff. I'm a little surprised that, or more than a little, that he's got Jordan Love ahead of him. It's not that I don't like Jordan Love. I think what you said earlier. You don't do that with Derrick Rose because it makes you look like his wasn't worthy, and that's not fair. It's not that I don't like Jordan Love. He's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's better than a lot of the guys that has ahead of behind him.
I agree. He's one of those anomalies that you're still trying to figure out. You're trying to figure out how good was the season he had 3 years ago where they figured it out at the end of the season and they get a playoff. They get a win down there in Dallas and then they come back. How good was he 2 seasons ago when he's injured? Then once he figured out, they get to and get another win in the playoffs, et cetera. It's one of those things where you can't figure out the goodness. Those interceptions sometimes are overrated too. And the reason why I say it, because you look at the greatest quarterbacks of all time, all through hella interceptions. Whether it was Brett Favre, whether it was Peyton, whether it was Tom Brady. Like they're not throwing double-digit interceptions. And if you look at the Sam Darnold and when those interceptions happen, Los Angeles Rams seem to have his number. And that's where 6 of those interceptions happen, unfortunately.
Isn't Brett Favre the all-time leader in interceptions?
He is. I think Tom passed him, but Tom played 23 years.
Take either one of them.
Yeah.
Quick timeout, and then we're back. We'll keep you updated on Team USA against Slovakia. It's 1-0 red, white, and blue.
Who scored that goal?
Thanks to Dylan Larkin, baby. He won the draw again and scored.
Speaking of Dylan.
God love him. Awesome stuff.
Oh, look at that number. What number is Dylan wearing? Yes.
21.
Is that a little 17 action?
No, my birthday is on the 21st. It's my favorite number. 21 is my favorite number.
I didn't know that.
21 is my favorite number. Like, I was born in 1983. If you add that up, it's 21. I'm being honest.
I like
21 is
that.
my
I like
number.
that.
I don't want to go as crazy as Jim Carrey did with 23. I don't want to go into the delusional side. But 21 is my number, like, for sure.
All right.
Sure.
See, you learn something new every day on the Braylon Edwards Show.
Yeah,
what are we going to learn about?
Still ain't
what are we going to learn about Dr. Pierce?
Look, man, we're going to learn about Dr. Pierce is he can diagnose anything. And once again, it's about the right diagnosis. I've gone to Dr. Pierce thinking I had something else on many occasions. And guess what? He told me what it was, and we got it corrected. And my body got back to feeling like it does. You don't need to have to be on the sports field, whether it's the football field, basketball court. You just want to live life and feel good. Want the body to feel right. Dr. Pierce is the guy that you go to. And also, you come check out the show. Big D Energy is on Tuesdays and the Braylon Network Show here on Thursday, as you saw yesterday, where he gives us expert insight as it relates to players being available. So last time I checked, Shep, the best ability is availability.
Amen. You said you want to feel right. You want to eat right, too. And when you eat, you want to taste something that tastes really good. Buddy's Pizza is the answer. Detroit-style home pizza celebrating 80 years of the original. The menu at Buddy's packed fan favorites, award-winning pizza, signature salads, home-style pastas, and it's a perfect place for you to plan your next big bash. You need Buddy's catering. It's easy. You go to buddiescatering.com, check out their menu, and you use the promo code Woodward20. You save $20 or 20% off your next order that's $200 or more. Go to Buddies today.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? You got everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill sub-zero.
Any place you go, I don't care what you're looking to do, whatever place of business, one of the first things you recognize is how clean it is. At least for me, it is. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men understands that. They take it serious. They take it personal, for sure. And that's why it's always spotless inside Lady Jane's. It's one of the little things that make a difference in the overall type of care you get when you come get your haircut. With Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it is wicked awesome.
And Black Rock, also not wicked awesome, but it's Top Rock. Anywhere you get Top Rock experience, whether it's Harlan, Novi, Ann Arbor, Davidson, Sault Ste. Marie, New, Portage, or Utica, you have an opportunity to dine in an amazing spot. Tasty Tuesdays, that's the special, $13.99. You can feast on half a pound of ribs, coconut shrimp, and fries. Or if it's Thursdays, how about that 6-ounce sirloin shrimp scampi? And your choice of soup or salad.
Coconut shrimp sounds good, right?
Probably $19.99. It does sound good, Chef. Remember, when you go to Black Rock, It is a top rock experience where everything is great. The experience is amazing.
So your favorite number is 21.
It is.
I like how you got to it. That's pretty cool. Kool-Aid, what's your favorite number? And why? One more time, because we didn't have your
Magic
turn.
Johnson.
Yeah, I was saying 33, Grand Hill, man.
Grand Hill.
Grand
Okay.
Hill.
Because Magic was 33 at state, 32 in the pros.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So 33 for Grand Hill.
Yeah.
Love that. Now it's 2, right?
Yeah, I'm a loyalist.
All right,
I let
all right.
2 be for Kid Kool-Aid.
Cam, favorite number and why?
It's going to be number 2. Number 2 is my number, and really anything divisible by 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was number 8 playing soccer in high school, and I don't know. That's just my number. 2.
Don't divide the bill
Don't.
tonight. Make sure you pick up the bill. All right. I think mine usually depended on. I wore number 3 in baseball because of Alan Trammell. I wore number 11 in football because I loved the way it looked.
Isaiah Thomas.
And in basketball, I wore number 4. I loved Joe Dumars. I couldn't wear 11 in basketball because I wasn't a scorer like Isaiah Thomas, but I did enjoy Joe Dumars. So all you can do is hope to when you're short and you can't really shoot all that well, you got to hope to distribute and play defense. That's about what it was, right?
I feel like a lot of people, man. I feel like your birthday becomes the number that you most represent, or you most assume that identity. So for me, I'd say it was 21.
I like that.
Then I got older, and I'm like, man, what? 1 + 9 is 10, and 8 is 18. Oh, that's 21. Okay, 21. Then I started watching Desmond Howard when I was younger too. It's like, I mean, he struck the pose. He's wearing 21. So like, you're getting all these things, and 1 was my other number. And so then you get I Want to Wear 1, and then you get Charles Woodson comes on the scene, so there's 2.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 and 1 is 20. Like, it's just
That's the universe.
21. The universe speaks to me, so I love 21.
I like that. Yeah, it's going round and round. Like the
21
1 is a
was it.
privilege. The 1 was the privilege.
True.
It wasn't necessarily your favorite number, right? It was a privilege to get that number. Sort of like 77 at Michigan for the left tackle. Fair enough?
Yes,
Okay.
1,000%.
All right.
Yeah. Play with a couple 77s too, man. Like Jake Long he's freaky.
Oh my God. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah, we went to the Hall of Fame together. Was it last year? It was 2 years ago. We went to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
together.
Michigan Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Kool-Aid was there. Show love, man. And he's very in shape now.
Yeah, I was there too, but I was only in voice. If you watched it,
the video.
Jake Long, I saw him on the field. I was on the field for the Michigan-Ohio State game, and he was there. Yeah, I couldn't believe how much weight he's lost. It's amazing.
Yeah, he had the politician look about him. He had like the thumb. He had like the thumb too. I was like, "You all right, Jake?" He was like, "Yeah, man, never felt better." But it goes to, you know what jokes I have for me at times. Thinking of the times there when you see people that are thin down. I was like, "Oh, you on that?" No, but it was one of those things where, like Joe Thomas, I remember him telling me when we were playing, he's like, "Yeah, I struggled to stay at 286." Not that was different for Jake, but these linemen, when they finish playing ball, they want to get that weight off of them. They want to get their knees, their back, all these things. That weight starts to come off them fast.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, it seems like a lot of them. Jeff Saturday's a good example. Jeff Backus, who we both know, they lose a ton of weight, or some of them get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So,
True.
You know what I'm saying? All right, some of those guys. I want to make sure we get some super chats here. The constant social media push as the day goes on still is a reflection back to last night. If you follow anybody in New York, there's a guy who put something out. I cannot wait till this summer so that they can blow this blanking team up regarding the Knicks. And another guy came out and said, you know what? The Pistons are more than just better basketball players. They're better men, M-E-N, capitalized, than the Knicks are. I mean, they're taking it to a different level, but it's kind of opening my eyes a little bit, saying maybe they're right. Now, one guy did come back at me a little bit. That's fair. I don't have a problem. He said, let me tell you something, man. There's a massive amount of bitterness for your first-round loss last year. I can't believe it. You better hope and pray you go further this season so it justifies all this February chestiness. He's got a good point. All this chestiness that I'm putting on display in social media and we're talking about and everybody's talking about, they better finish the deal. This is not too dissimilar than what we felt about with the Lions 2 years ago and what we felt about with the Tigers over the last 2 years. If you are in that camp. I know you weren't necessarily buying into the Tigers like I was. If you feel that, and I'm not saying they got to win the championship, they just better go further, and they sure as hell better not lose to the Knicks in the postseason.
I appreciate what you're saying, Shove, but that dude, he can take it and go shove it. And the reason why he can go shove it is because at the end of the day, your team's not good. Your team's not good in terms of as it relates to the Detroit Pistons. You don't have a coach that can motivate your guys, man. The Pistons are real. So what if it's a little bitterness? It's bitterness because we know if we had our guys, we'd have beat you last year. That's what it is. You want to talk about the regular season, having our chest poked up. How about having our chest poked up last 3 years in the regular season? Because last time, I remember, I'm trying to think, when's the last time the Knicks beat the Pistons in the regular season? Oh, that's right. It's December of 24.
Yeah.
It's the last time you beat the Pistons in the regular season. So the chestiness is poked up because your team ain't it. And as much as you guys want them to be it, as much as you guys try to lobby for them to be it, they're not. And last night, when the reason why it's gaining this much attraction, this is just my thought, Shep, is because there was no controversial call. There was no close game. There was no missing players. There was no Pistons did some egregious stuff. There was nothing. There was nothing that you can point to. There was nothing that you can place. There was nothing that you can use as a reason why the Pistons won. The Pistons won because they came to Madison Square Garden with a better plan. They came with better players. They came with better unity, and they came with that guy. And they did exactly what Shep said they were going to do yesterday. They put the BTA.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so much widespread conversation, and I won't call it panic, but so much talk, so much trending. It's because there's nothing that you can point to in that game where the game would have been different if. The game would have been, it would have shifted if this player would have played. The game would have shifted if this call didn't happen. We felt like they got away with this. There's nothing that benefited the Pistons last night except for they were better than y'all.
Sometimes outside of football, I think it's hard to recognize the impact of a coach.
Yeah.
I mean that because football, you're running plays, you're making substitutions, and everybody notices it, right?
Yeah.
Each of the 3 games in which Detroit has played New York this year, I'm not going to go so far as to say it's a clinic by J.B. Bickerstaff. His team looks completely prepared, ready for just about anything. And it sure doesn't look like New York is. Some of it has to do with Detroit has the best player on either team. Some has to do with the fact Detroit has better depth.
Yeah.
And just better players in general. I'm generalizing here. But they sure look like they're a lot better prepared.
Best thing about it, Shep, they're plus 84 without Jalen Duren because, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't play in either one of the 3 games this year. And they're plus 84 against the Knicks
something
in the regular season. Like, what more needs to happen for you to realize it doesn't matter if we can play you guys in July in Alaska, and the results are going to be the results. It's going to be the pitch and stump in the mud hole.
Let's get to some super chats. I like that mud hole. You gotta remember that, man.
100%.
Stump in the mud.
I like that.
Go ahead with some super chats.
Shout out to the birthday boy. Middle-aged sneaker chick sends in a $5 super chat to say, "Happy birthday, be easy. Make this year the best one yet."
I appreciate that. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that love. God put me on this planet, so I'm going to keep rocking and rolling the right way until he says otherwise, man. So I appreciate that.
Let's keep rocking and rolling. Freddie fell through and through. Our brother sent in a trifecta of super chats. The first one, $5, and he has the number 1 crown today. It says, "What up, though? I'll be in studio for most of the day next Friday before going to the Pistons versus Cavs game at LCA. Favorite sports movie segment next Friday?" He's asking.
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
What
favorite sports movie segment?
Next Friday, I may not be here, so we'll have to figure it out.
Man, that sucked. Oh, I'm sorry.
He also says Coney dogs are greater than chopped cheese. FTK for F the Knicks.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you, man, the Coneys, it is really hard to say no to it. You
love a good Coney.
Oh, my God, man. I don't care what the time of day is. They scored again. Tage Thompson. That line again. Tage Thompson's on the wing with Larkin. I don't know if Larkin's a plus. I don't know if he was on the ice. How about it?
Everybody's winning during Braylon's birthday week.
USA.
Dude, the Slovaks, like I said, Slovaks are pretty good. Okay, they beat Germany 4-2, no problem. Thompson in front, yeah.
Is Jokic?
So Austin Matthews is on that line today.
That's what I want.
So Matthew Tkachuk, Jack Eichel. Oh, it's got to be a power play.
Ooh.
Had to be a power play.
One time.
Because you got 4 forwards.
You see the rear back on that one?
Yeah.
Watch this. Pow!
Sniped him.
Would
right
you take
on the inside.
chili cheese or chili dog? Excuse me, or coney dog. My apologies. That was disrespect. Like I'm not from. We talked about this in the summer. Coney dog or the Chicago brat dog or the hot dog. How they do their.
That's not even close.
Yeah, I know.
It's not. I mean, Chicago. There's a place right next to
Wrigleyville,
Northwestern's stadium, Ryan Field. Okay, that's the name of the stadium. Right next to it is a little. It's just a little shack almost where they serve Chicago-style dogs. Mm-hmm. And I got there early for a game one time, and I said, you know what? Got to give it a shot. All right? I want to give Chicago an opportunity to impress me, okay, other than how much my wife can buy shopping there. So I go in there, and I order it, and I eat it, and I'm like, okay, this is okay. It's not terrible. It's not even close to a Coney.
It's not a Coney, though.
The Coney is it, and the Coney screams our state too, don't you think?
Yeah.
And if I said to you, what reminds you of the state of Michigan, besides really good people, which is what I love most about our state and really our area? I think I tell this to people all the time when they come here. I say, what you're going to like about this place is the people are really good. And I remember Eduardo Rodriguez and I were sitting in the dugout a few years back before a Tigers game, and I said. I just looked at him. I was just sitting there, and he came up after his warm-up, and he sat next to me. And he said, how you doing, Poppy? And I said, good. I said, hey, how you liking it here? I always like to know what people from out of town are feeling about our area. He goes, I really like it here. You know what? No, it ended up not being great. But he said, you know what I like about it? He says, I really like the people. And I said, the people are good people, okay? It's where you want to raise a family. That's what I've always said. But if Michigan, I mean, I think of great outdoors, I think of wonderful golf, and I think of Coney's. And, of course, Buddy's Detroit-style pizza.
Great food.
Pizza, yeah.
That's what I was going to say, Coney / great food. Man, I love good Coney. I know what you mean, too. Michigan used to have the Red Hot Lovers, their little hot dog shack right on campus. My pops used to take me there. I love the waffle fries. I liked the hot dogs. They were good. But they weren't quite the Coney's, man. I love Coney's. CMOs, either vegan style, veggie style, regular style. Give me the Detroit style flavor, man. And all the styles, man. I love it, man. Straight up.
All the smoke.
All the smoke. And Freddie Felt also said number 5 is his number for Jalen Rose. He was like, that was his guy. Southwest.
Shout out Freddie Felt.
Southwest.
That's a good one too, because like it's kind of a double entendre. Because he wore 5, but he also is part of the Fab 5. So like that number is it's like a double entendre, if you will. I love 5. Why do I love 5? Oh, the Fab 5. Oh, he wore 5. That's a good one. 5's a good number.
That's always a fun one. If I said to you, if I gave you a number,
what player?
What player right away? Like so 5. What would you think? I mean, do you think Jalen Rose? I think Joe DiMaggio.
J Kidd
right away.
Jason Kidd.
And isn't it interesting where our brains go too? Depends on the sport. I think Nick Lidstrom.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The greatest 5 in hockey, I would argue. Okay, so those are always fun things.
Pavel's about the first person that always pops up when I think 13.
Is it?
Yep.
I probably would think Dan Marino first, but okay, Pavel's a really good one. Yeah. Maybe Kurt Warner.
I go Dan and Wilt DeStilt.
Wilt DeStilt's a really good one.
That's a good one.
Even though Wilt DeStilt, Odell Beckham in the more recent years.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Because 13, Mike Evans, I guess, is 13.
Yeah.
But 13 is one of those ugly numbers. Like I never it's a spooky number. It's the suspicious number. It's the devil number. It's all the things. Hotels don't have
number 666.
Well, most places don't have a 13th floor because it's considered that kind of like it's the dimension.
That's right. Yeah.
So 13 was the number I stayed away from. So I was like, nah, you guys are good. You can have it.
So when you think of 21, who do you think of? Because that's your favorite.
Yeah, Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, KG, Kevin Garnett.
Oh yeah, and Deion.
Deion's a good one.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett's a good one too.
I don't think of Kevin Garnett right away. Yeah. I just think of anything is possible when I think of Kevin Garnett. Hey, speaking of smoke and some shade, one of the best players of all time, Timo Solani, had tweeted something out earlier today. And he's ripping on the Olympic refs.
He was so good in NHL
good.
Live 95, 97.
Yeah, Bray.
What, Paul?
Bring us back. Bring us back.
Remember, he's from Finland.
Yeah, he was so good.
And they just lost to Canada. They were up 2-0, and Canada comes back and wins 3-2. Nathan McKinnon with a game-winning goal. Solani tweeted, beating greatest hockey country in the world and Canadian referees on the same night is impossible, I guess. Absolutely embarrassing penalty, 90 seconds to go in Olympic semifinal. What a joke.
Don't whack his face then.
What do you think?
Keep that stick down.
He has some
I think I understand where he's coming from. I think 3 of the referees were from Canada. Now, the way they had been calling, even you got to admit this, Cam, they had let a lot go. And this is why I always get frustrated. Doesn't matter the sport. I'm not talking about just hockey. This is why I get super frustrated when people tell me, well, you can't call it at that time. I'm like, what do you mean at that time? It shouldn't matter.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
If it's a strike in the first inning, it's a strike in the ninth inning. If it's an interference in the first quarter, it's interference in the fourth quarter. What do professional athletes tell us all the time? All we look for is consistency. And if you're going to call a hockey game the way they called it in the first couple of periods, and then suddenly it becomes more of a problem in the third, you become part of the story when the story's about the players.
I think the most that I heard that was the James Bradbury play in the end zone 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the biggest one where people were like, oh, you can't call that there.
Yeah.
Sir, it was pass interference in the end zone in the Super Bowl, which we work all offseason, all season long to get to. If I'm not going to call a penalty in the most important game, when the hell am I going to call that call? It was pass interference in the end zone.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah. All right.
I digress.
Any other super chats or anything that we got to get to? Because
it's like the only time the Chiefs deserved it.
We're going to celebrate, the man whose name bears this show, his birthday, just for a little bit. Have a quick drink with him and toast him like he deserves it, and looking forward to that for sure. I don't know if anybody, the heavyweights can't come down. I don't know if anybody else is coming, but our crew is coming. So let's make sure. Anything else, and I hope Brittany knows that she's more than welcome. She would at least class up the place. Kool-Aid, any other super chats or anything in the chat that you want to get to?
We got some chats for people. They put in some of their numbers. Diz, he says A-Rod wore 13 for the Yankees.
Oh, good one.
Motor City Patriot Nick always number 5. Up for speculation says he wore number 7 in baseball and hockey, which he says he admits he sucked. And basketball. Hey, way to be honest, bro.
I love the honesty, yeah.
He says, but no one knew I was a wide receiver because I wore 84 in football. My own teammates didn't recognize me catching 10 touchdowns and 3 picks in 11th grade. I like that. I like
7.
those.
I suck. Remember that from Seinfeld?
Wow.
7. That's the name George wants to name his kid. 7. Good one. Yeah, Larkin, 21. He scores today. Tage Thompson. Get ready for the videos, the hype videos. The USA Hockey hype videos are, in the words of my friend Kool-Aid, are fire.
Fire.
And if it doesn't give you goosebumps or it doesn't get you fired up, I'm not sure what can. Because for me anyway, it's not just the pride. It's just I can't wait to watch Sunday morning. It's going to be Sunday morning if Team USA holds on. They would play Canada for gold. The bronze medal game is tomorrow afternoon at right around 2:40.
I can't wait, man. And you know what? I was going to ask, with all that seems like it's kind of percolating around Michigan on even the world stage of sports, let alone the pro.
Yeah. It's time for the percolate.
I wanted to ask you, what do they have to do? Tell them, right?
Let me ask you,
I got the question.
Are we not the center of sports universe to a certain extent?
And that's what I'm saying. If they're not, then what do they need to do? What needs to happen amongst these 4 pro teams? And we got 2 really good basketball teams, and we hope some football teams amongst the college.
2 really good college hockey teams. They're 1 and 2.
What do they need to do if they're not already that? What do they need to do to get there? And I know Bray was talking earlier about what the Pistons need to do to shed some of the narratives, and what Jared Goff needs to do to shed some narratives. But I feel like overall, collectively, like we got the super chat earlier, Michigan is in a pretty good spot,
it's fun,
collegiately and pro right now.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Let's
I can't wait
go,
to see this game's going to be tomorrow. I
Michigan.
told you it's going to be good luck. They're going to whoop up on Duke. In fact, last time I remember Michigan beating Duke was on my recruiting trip.
Ooh.
In 2000. That's when Jamal Crawford went crazy on Duke. And they beat Duke at Camden.
I'm glad it's not Camden is a really cool place. Yeah. It's a small place, by the way. I've called a couple of games there. You're up in a crow's nest. My partner at the time, Terry Mills, could barely fit up there. I mean, I still can't believe he did fit up there. But it's a really cool place. It can be very intimidating. This team doesn't seem to be intimidated by much. Whether they win or lose with either team, because I think Duke is an excellent basketball team. It's not going to change my opinion on whether or not either one of these teams can reach the Final Four. I think both of them have excellent chances at reaching the Final Four.
What I would say about a game like this is be careful of the team that loses, because the team that loses is going to learn a lot. And that message can be reverberated through the rest of the season, the conference championship, and then obviously the Final Four. So whoever loses that game, if they take that necessary lesson, they're going to be dangerous.
It's good stuff, man. We've had a great week. We've really enjoyed it with you in the chat. We always appreciate you hammering those chats and smashing that like button. We wish Braylon a happy birthday. We're gonna go tip one back and toast one for you folks for being so loyal to the Braylon Edwards Show. And we'll be back with you on Monday, 2 o'clock here on Woodward Sports. The heavyweights later on today. Tomorrow, Kool-Aid, you got a Pistons watch party or anything going on tomorrow with the Pistons and the Bulls?
We might.
Okay. Be on the lookout for that, because
Definitely
it's always educational and entertaining. 2 E's in the same sentence.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys for making this birthday special. Everybody enjoy the weekend. Stay safe.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.